Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the official Salad Bowl
From
podcast. I almost said my channel name. Hi, I'm your host, Carcass, and I will be joined today by two of my good friends, uh, Cabbage and Squash, otherwise known as Scararity and Ruins of Destiny. They don't have channels, so I don't have to link them in the description.
I mean, I
Dab.
kind of have to be a mod, so but I don't have anything on my channel.
Dab. Either way, so I don't have to do any of that. I'll just get to link my own stuff again and my Discord. Either way, we're going to be talking about school. Hold on, let me pull up my notes. School, COVID, and sleep. Sleep is the really important one today because I have had a total of a whole hour of sleep in the past 24 hours, and I can slowly feel my mind turning into goo. So with that in mind, we're going to start with school, and basically I'm just going to fire off some
before
random
before we
questions.
start, before we start, can we just appreciate that Mark broke his nose in twice in a
How did
week?
he break his nose again? How did he
I
break it the
don't
first
know.
time? What did he do?
I
What
don't
Unis
know.
Honest
I
video is
haven't seen
putting
the
him at
videos,
such
but I've
risk?
seen his posts. It's only the second time apparently this week. He says.
He's harmed himself far too many times.
Strange.
Okay, so, whoa, what the hell is that? What happens if I drag that? Whoa, that's... Oh, no, what is that? Oh, that's just that. Well, that's fine.
Alright.
Get that out of here.
Nice.
All right. So we currently have three different type of students here. We have Scararity, which is going to college right now during the epidemic. We have Squash, who is currently a junior who is going through high school during an epidemic. And then we have yours truly, who is a senior going through an epidemic. And
Nice.
so basically, we're just going to go one by one, comment on what our school situation is and how it affects us and what we think of the situation. And then we'll talk about it back and forth. Squash, you want to start us off by being the youngest man here?
Well, aside
Little
from the
baby
fact
child.
that we've all stayed in the same room at one time, I wouldn't consider myself the youngest mentally. Anyways, um, my personal experience with school has gone kind of rough, actually. I am having trouble keeping up with specific classes that require projects, along with stuff that's just like the longer work is a lot harder for me to do since I am doing it at home.
Continue. I don't know why you're
Anyways,
laughing. I'm loading my gun innocently. Gone.
I don't think he
alright.
has anything more to add.
No, I have a couple things more to add. So basically, um, sorry, lost my train of thought for a second. Um, aside from like the online stuff, being at school is a lot nicer, I suppose, than anything else that I've experienced because like it's a lot smaller classes. The teachers are more able to go one on one with everybody, which is something that I didn't have before. And I just find it very useful.
I mean, that's nice and all, but they've always had the on one. You just had to go talk to them.
Okay, I not exactly, not in the way that
Well,
they
I
have.
suffer from crippling anxiety, so joke's on you, I can't.
Exactly. There are those of us that cannot do that because of our mental disorders. I suffer from MDD and severe
Okay, let
anxiety.
me be honest real quick.
I
Alright.
swear to God, I'll call you out right now.
In college, you're gonna have to grow some fucking balls and go talk to your teachers.
In college, the people there don't call you Captain Karen.
That's besides the point.
No, it's not.
That is exactly the point. College professors are paid more money to be a good teacher, so I would probably feel more trusting to put my questions into their hands without being ridiculed like some of my teachers have in the past, actually.
Okay. Well, okay.
So I trust college teachers. High school
There's
teachers
some
can
high
go
school
fuck
teachers
themselves.
that suck at answering questions. But it's better to at least email them or go talk to them either way.
Okay.
Or else
so-
you're possibly gonna fail that fucking class. So
That is a fair point, but did you take Solomon's class?
yeah,
Okay. What was
trust
your
me, I shit my pants whenever I wanted to do that. Dude. I actually never
Yeah.
had to.
Yeah, he's taller than I am, and I'm 6'4".
Bro, he's a fucking basketball coach.
He's a giant. He's terrifying for one, and for two, the way he does his work is so
It's bullshit.
frustrating.
Yeah, I know. I've
It's
had
like,
him in
dude,
freshman year. I
give me
shit my
smaller
pants.
stuff. Dude, I have him this year, and it's just horrible. Like, I
What-
just recently got my grade back up to C so that I can, like, not
What
be
class
grounded.
does he do?
American history.
Why aren't you a senior?
I'm a junior, dipshit. It was already stated.
You're a junior? I thought you
yeah.
were a senior.
We've already stated the
Marcus.
whole. Did you not listen?
Bro, we
No, because I told
literally
you
went to
Chrome
Salt
crashed.
Lake together, and
Can
I
you
was a
please
sophomore
repeat
in the class.
question? Because my Chrome crashed.
Oh.
You didn't hear me because your big mouth.
Well,
yeah.
I was doing an intro.
I always thought he was a senior with you.
No, that's why he's answering first, is because he's the youngest here. Alright.
Yeah, you got unlucky with that. I wish you luck though.
Playing with my laser.
But in all honesty, that's something that we have to develop anyways. Is go up and talk, or at least email them.
Well, of course. But
At the least.
I agree with this. Yes, I do believe students should build up the ability to talk to students. Why did I get a DM?
I can understand, hey, I don't want to fucking talk to Solomon. He's like 6'5".
Well, people.
Yeah,
okay, so I don't
that's the
understand
only
that
classes
part.
I've been struggling with. I have Warner for math, and it's tech math, so I'm doing 6th grade stuff because that's what we're starting on for some ungodly reason. Even though I
We're
could be
doing
in
straight up
pre-calc.
calculus in my class, and it's called pre-calc.
Why are you taking pre-calc? You don't have to take math senior year.
Oh, do I? I might have to drop.
Do it, dude. That sucks.
Trust me,
Ew.
pre-calc, if you plan on going to college, will help you. So
I
please
am
keep
suffering so
pre-calc.
badly right now.
Because is it an AP class?
No, it's a dual credit class.
That works, yep.
Either way. Alright, so I'm up next on the roster that I have created. I'm so happy that I'm not showing my actual desktop screen for the audio or for the video, because it includes Gru looking at what I assume is his dick and a picture of Ruins in a bee costume. Maybe I'll add the bee costume just for people to see it.
You should. I think that I'm acceptable of that, I guess.
Alright, either way, so
If people decide to hunt me down and kill me, I mean, I wouldn't complain.
my experience with school has
he's
been
running.
by far the absolute worst.
He's set back now.
Did you stop commentating what your fucking man is doing?
Sorry, I was sending a video.
Either way, so I don't approve with this whole hybrid class setup. I think it's redundant. I go to class just to be told my assignments are due on Friday, and then proceed to get assigned stuff on Friday that's due Friday. So, with that in mind, I haven't really learned anything because I haven't really been in class long enough to learn anything. Classes are almost 40 minutes, 30 minutes long, and it's stupid. Like, the teachers don't know what they're doing 95% of the time when it comes to the online classes. My pre-calculus teacher, Thursday notes don't work. You want to look for notes for Thursday? Good luck. Thursday doesn't fucking exist. It's not a day on the calendar. It's gone. Why? I don't fucking know. How did you break a link? I don't know. But he somehow did. He doesn't answer my text. I've texted this man 4 times. Do you know how euphoric it is to get ghosted by a math teacher? I have been ghosted by a math teacher. I want this to be known by the general public that I texted this man. The first one was like, hey, I won't be in school. What should I do? Doesn't answer me. I'm like, hey, your Thursday things aren't working. What should I do? No answer. Marcus, did you turn in your Thursday homework? I sure wish I could. And it's like it's frustrating to say the least.
High school's got the brunt of everything.
Yes.
Because, well, one, they're not set up as plans compared to colleges where they have literal plans set up. Simple shit. And the way they do hybrid is just absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
That's a big.
I also kind of want to quickly add that these motherfuckers eat themselves to the side of my computer.
Yeah, you can also throw them.
Oh, fuck.
But yeah, schooling has been difficult. And when I find out which fool told me that senior year was going to be easy, they're getting the knuckles.
I personally thought the way we did teaching last year was better than what's happening right now.
I believe online schooling is just inherently flawed from the start. Because
Well, of course it is.
picture it like this, and this is where I'm coming from. Okay? So, I'm at school doing my assignment, which is like read chapter 2, put discussing questions on the board. You're reading the chapter and you get off track, so you start looking around the room, you start fucking around on the computer, you're messing around with the website or something like that. But the teacher's right there to be like, hey, can we get it together? Come on, stay on topic. And that's hunky-dory because some people, like me, have an issue like that. I have ADD, horrible ADD. It is extremely bad. But when I'm at home and I'm sitting here, I'm like, hey, I haven't played Cluster Truck in a long time. You know what? And then I end up playing Cluster Truck for 2 hours straight without realizing it. Like, do you see the inherent issue here? What I'm trying to get at is that schooling is not... for a long time, I've always believed schooling is not a broad thing you do. You don't do one curriculum and then you blanket every single student with the same curriculum. Every single student learns differently. I can hear and see the work once and I'm good. 99% of the time, it's memorized. Other people take some time and a little bit of work to learn that material. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people just look at work and be like, huh? And you just have to explain it. And just like, schools don't get that. They just don't understand that people are different, so they try to broadly teach everybody the same way.
Well, okay, it depends. That's more of a high school thing.
That is a high school thing. I'm talking about...
Okay, hang on. Well, because high school in society is just that fucking line that you have to pass to graduate. They don't care what you learn in high school, just that you graduate. And so the curriculum is all fucked up.
But that's where
the thing with college is, there's I have like, I don't know, 40 students in my sociology class. We meet once a week, and we all are given an entire week to do something. And if you need to go talk to the professor, go talk to her, and she's literally there to help, no matter what. High school teachers, they say that they want to help, and some do want to help, but more of them are just like they shove assignments in your face and say fucking do them.
Yeah, and I believe, see, people are just like, oh, high school is just that one thing you get done with and then you're done. You're off to college. Not a lot of people go to college, though. Like, yes, that's the main American dream.
That's actually funny because I actually did an entire paper on vocational credits.
Like,
vocational credits as in, your money management, your career planning, all those different classes. And I basically talked about how, these are very important classes that more people should be taking Because how many people do you know in your year are going to college?
Only a handful.
Exactly.
And
And
that's, yeah.
vocational credits are meant to be credits and experience and skills that you can use in the workforce. So right as you leave high school, you know those skills. Like I got my first job freshman year because of career planning.
I got my first
I
job
wish
8th grade
I
year
wish
because I
I
was a
took money
madman.
management. I didn't.
But I believe that high school needs to be a little bit more refined. It's not just a 4 years and you're out of the door. You'll learn it all in college, because not a lot of people learn it in college, and not a lot of people go to college because of their experience in high school. And that's what I'm hearing from everybody is, oh, it's just gonna be like high school. I'm like, no, it's not gonna be like high school. It's gonna be different. I know this for sure.
From experience, it's nothing like high school.
And it's
I
just,
I shit you not. I love all the classes I'm taking. The only thing is I've written like 15 fucking papers already. But I've been given enough time to do them, and I'm given everything I'm needed to do them. And plus, I do all my shit with my friends that I have. I'm like,
yeah.
hey, why don't we go get fucking coffee or some shit and let's work on this because we have built-in stores and shit. Um,
Yay. Sorry.
dude, they have some fucking amazing
Hey, I'm
journal
excited.
frappes.
I'm excited. Ooh,
I'm
college
not gonna
applications are
lie.
this week. I gotta work on that. Um,
Yes,
it's
they're
like
free,
next week or something like that.
but we can't really talk about the curriculum of high school right now because of COVID. COVID's fucking this entire curriculum up even
Well,
worse.
I believe COVID is exactly what we need to show what's wrong with the curriculum, because
Not
clearly
really,
something is going.
because
Because if the curriculum was so perfect, then people can just go online and learn it online. But people are clearly not doing that. People are people are
high
suffering.
school was never meant to be taught online, which is why it absolutely got fucked when they tried doing hybrid with you guys.
Yeah.
The curriculum's fucked, and it was never meant to be taught online.
Common Core
Teachers
sucks.
aren't trained. Oh fuck! What did I just do? Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Oh,
can hear you.
He was all
I
tabbed
locked my
out.
computer. Like teachers aren't taught just to instantly know how to work online classes. Um, they had Microsoft Teams, which I really appreciate, and online teaching is actually really easy here because we use a thing called WebEx, and it's a very trusted source thing. And we had ethics for a while just doing WebEx. Um, it's just high schools don't get that backup plan of emergency compared to colleges. High schools aren't even like the curriculum's fucked, but at the same time, they're not getting what they should be getting.
Well, at the same time, I feel like colleges get that system because they're paid so much, whereas high schools barely get any funding
It's
just from the
because high
state.
schools are free education and gets paid by our taxes. Colleges,
Exactly.
on the other hand, you have to pay for, which is why you get so much
Joke's on
more
y'all.
shit
I'm
in
poor. They'll
college.
pay for it
I
myself.
pay for my education, I pay for my classes. And
Like,
so they have to return to me quality education because I'm paying for this.
Precisely. Which is something I feel
So
like needs to
so
change about high
that's the
school.
thing is high schools are only getting paid our taxes, which is definitely not enough.
no.
Absolutely not. I feel
But
like
at
there
the
should
same
be
time
like
the
a specific
curriculum,
fund for
you
high
know,
schools. Like it needs to be like a private school. And like for those or those people that can't
I
afford
wouldn't
it,
say okay, hang on. I wouldn't say a private school because private schools are private for a reason and they cost a lot more. I wouldn't say that. I would say that the funding needs to be changed on what money goes where.
I personally believe we need to like completely back off on the war effort stuff because there's no need for us to be so aggressive as a country. Like
Talk about this is America.
Marcus, you're quiet again.
exactly.
It's because I'm like 8 feet from my mic. I'm laying
Um,
back because my spine hurts.
um,
I'm not talking.
let me get my charger real quick.
Yes. I do believe that we need to take our funding and put it somewhere else. And
Exactly.
but is it going to change anytime soon?
No,
I don't think so. And
absolutely.
it's sad because we're gonna grow up through it. We're gonna say it sucks. Our children
Alrighty.
are gonna grow up in it. They're gonna say it sucks, and the cycle will repeat until eventually someone's had it. Whether we're that generation or the next ones or the next ones.
I have a good feeling that we are going to be the generation that ends up really biting the education system in the ass.
I don't
Yeah.
know about you, but I have not seen a single thing talked about education.
It's such
Okay.
a
See, this is the thing. This is the thing of why I bring up politics. I'm not going to talk much about it because, that's probably for a whole nother thing.
that's
But
for a whole
that
other
is why we
episode.
need to focus on such things. Because, first of all, education's not even a matter right now in the debates.
Yeah, they're
It's
not
about
even
racial
like I'm literally
violence.
sitting there and they're like racial violence, policing, war efforts,
Because that's what's going on
and
right now, and
COVID.
that is a serious issue. But there's more issues that we've had for years that need to be covered, and they're not even being talked about.
Oh yeah, what? Okay, hold on. How many students per year graduate? So, that's not a good percentage, asshole. Wait. High school. There you go. Did during the 2020 fast facts back to school statistics. Give me the statistics.
Fucking JFK.
Where are the statistics?
If you're trying to look for 2020 statistics, I wouldn't base on that. I would probably do 2019.
Yeah, I'm looking 2019 to 2020.
So last year's class.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is all stuff that's not helping. They're just all big numbers. I'm like, wow, cool, big numbers. I need statistics. Hold on, let me put in the percent sign. That'll change the whole testing thing. About
Montana has a
3.7 million.
93 percentage of high school graduation rate
Nice.
as of 2020.
Here we go. High school graduations varied over time. The response of 2.9 million recent high school completers. 67% are enrolled in college the following October.
Well, that's different than
That's
graduation
that's
rates. That's
graduate. What?
people that are
Okay, here we
going off
go.
to
So
college.
Okay, here we go.
2/3 of the
The
students that
national
graduate go to
the
college.
national high school graduation rate sits at 84.6%.
Yep. Right here it says national data on core graduation rates show 84.1% of public high school classes graduated 4 years after entering the ninth grade. So with an 84% graduation rate, you would think we'd want to have that number up a little bit, and with only a 67% going
You'd be
into
surprised.
college,
People would be pleased with that number.
I'm not.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that would be pleased with that
Because
number.
that is a high number.
Yes, it is a high number,
That's 8 out of 10 people
but we're also talking
graduating from high
about
school. That's 8 out
a
of 10 people.
but we're
That's
also
still
talking about
bullshit. It should never be that low.
a pretty subpar education though, because then out of those eight people, only like okay, so out of them, I think it's like only 4 of them go to college, and college is kind of where you really learn how to be an adult. They don't teach you any of
No,
that.
not entirely no. College, if you go to college, then yeah. But if you don't go to college, you college isn't where you start learning to be adult. You start learning an adult around halfway through high school, or if you take vocational credits.
That's okay, yeah. So people are always
College,
like,
though, is where it's more worrying about your career and experience. It's
people
it's it's good to when you're an adult, but to start being adult, it's more of high school.
People are always like, "Oh yeah, you could take a vocational credit. They have vocational classes." I'm like, that's not the point. I feel like life skill classes should be mandatory because people
That
sometimes
is
in
what I
their high
wrote.
school curriculum
You only need to
don't
take
do
one
that.
vocational credit to
Yeah,
graduate.
and I took a home
One.
ec class. I already know how to cook. So like, and
There should be
what
more
vocationals do they
credits
offer for
towards
us?
money. There's actually a lot of people though that take money management though. There's like at least money management, career planning. I sadly don't know of any other computer skills. Um, there's a lot of like cooking. Like there's vocational credits that could help you. They're supposed to help you in the workforce or simple life skills that you may not learn because your family can't teach you.
Well, it's not even that. It's like sometimes
And it's
people like
free. Abuse the fuck out of it.
it's just the fact that some people aren't gonna take that because they have other things on their dinner plate. I feel like there should be a mandatory class like called life skills throughout the 4 years you take it. You take it each fucking year, and every year you just learn more and more stuff on how to be adult. Like your first year, you learn how to cook basic foods. You know how to do basic first aid. You know how to keep a basic sleeping cycle. You know how to keep a house clean. The next year, you learn how to get a job. You learn how to keep your money kept. You know how to sign up for this, how to do that. The next year, you learn how to do tire changes. You know how to file for loans, insurance, how to pay for bills. And then the final year, you put it all together and you just learn how to be an adult. And I feel like they don't do that. Like, it's not about like the money skills and the culinary skills. I feel like the basic needs to be an adult are being overly
I
missed.
think okay, well here's also the thing. They do place it out in front of you, and there should be more mandatory classes. But what they do is they lay it out in front of you. Our school isn't really a good example because it has limited vocational credits. But they lay it out for you, and if you want to learn it, then learn it. If you don't, then don't. They more leave it up to your decision of do you want to take this so that you could learn better skills. It's basically natural selection at this point. You have the option of either choosing it or not. If you don't, you have the consequences of not learning it.
Mm.
And if you do learn it, you have the consequences of knowing it.
See, I didn't take any of those classes, and I'm pretty sure I
I
know how to
regret
do
not
more
taking
than
money
most
management because
students.
college has fucked me in the ass when it comes to money wise.
I know how to cook dinner. I know how to change a tire. I know how to apply for a job. I know how to balance my I don't have a check that I need to
I
balance.
also knew most of this shit without taking a class.
Yeah, like some
I
people are
I had the
taught this.
privilege of having someone teach me, like George. George taught me how to do things with my car that I now know how to do.
He's like, this is a monkey
Sometimes
wrench. Don't be
sometimes people
stupid.
just get the privilege of having someone teach them, which is fucking fantastic.
All right, now this is all fine and dandy and all, but we are bordering on when we need to reach our second topic for today.
Why?
I think we've covered
Johnson, is there anything you'd like to
almost
quickly
everything.
add before we move on to our next topic?
Just the fact that this is
I mean,
definitely
I didn't
something that
really
needs to
talk
be
about
talked
college, but
about
at the same
again,
Ah,
time,
because
cabbage.
this topic alone could be a full length podcast.
Yes, you are right about that. This if we could go super in depth about all the intrinsities of school and stuff. But this is we're taking this broadly right now, and we will eventually, as time go on, we will get into the more deep topics if they present themselves as a deep topic. I'm not just gonna have us do a podcast where it's like, okay, for this whole hour, we're gonna talk about this topic, and then end up there not being much to talk about. You know, you got to get your feet wet before you jump in the water. So,
Exactly.
bro, I go head first.
cállate. All right, so we're gonna be moving on to our next topic. I can't say it because YouTube will ban me, but you all know what time it is. La Llorona. Y'all know what
What?
I'm talking about.
I'm confused.
The virus.
Man,
Oh,
Yes, please refrain from saying
wait.
the word of the virus because YouTube actually might remove my video.
Why? That's kind of dumb.
Ask YouTube, okay, man? Those people protect pedophiles. Oh my god,
Bro,
that's such a great
bro,
topic for another day. Holy
Ethan,
shit, I
I'll
gotta
tell
write
you
that
after
down.
the stream why. After the stream.
All right,
Podcast
since we're
ideas.
going balls out with the names, I'm just gonna refer to you as Kenneth from now on.
Ketos on
Yeah, it's Kenneth, you
YouTube.
fucking dipshit.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I figured that out when you said when
Yo, I just
you
got
said a very specific cuss word. Like
Dipshit.
shit.
Specific?
Yeah, I think.
It's
Right.
I think
dipshit.
it was shit,
Anyway,
yeah.
He says dipshit so
we-
much.
To the virus. I don't say dipshit a lot.
You say
You
dipshit a
do.
lot.
You do.
Do
You
I?
say a
Oh,
Yeah.
lot.
whatever.
I've been
I haven't-
called.
I haven't
If
said
I
it a
had
lot
if I had a
then,
nickel
college.
for every time I got called dipshit by you, I'd be rich.
I could call
If
you
I
worse.
had $1 for
dipshit was
every
the first
time
thing
you
that
say
came to
shit
my
in a
mind.
day, I would be freaking like a trillionaire, man.
All right. So the virus. Now, to put it loosely, the virus hit around what, May this year?
Yeah,
May, March.
March. I'm tired. Okay, man. All right. So the virus hit
After
around
mid-March.
mid-March. Upon this, all schools closed and everything closed. And then we proceeded to go the entire summer in constant fear that we would die.
Yeah, that was really annoying.
And right now, more than ever, the virus appears to be having its second wave, if I'm correct.
Bro, this second wave already hit. It's the matter of second waves now prolonged because of everything going on.
Because people are fucking dumb.
Yeah, they are.
So, just today in the United States, we had a little bit lower. We had 36,000 today, or yesterday. But that's not our lowest yet. Our lowest would be...
I learned something, though,
9,000.
of our state. Apparently, there is a county on complete lockdown right now because it has 300 plus cases in just that county.
Oh, yeah. I think it's,
Wolf
It's
Point.
Bozeman's
Yeah.
County. Yeah, Wolf Point.
Wolf Point is dying.
Which, funny enough, I'm going to Glasgow this weekend, so...
Oh, you poor soul.
Gelatin County currently has 14,000 cases in it right now.
Yellowstone County, if I'm correct, isn't doing too good
Nope,
either.
Yellowstone has 3,300. Holy fuck.
Yep. That's Billings for you.
Like if you don't understand how small the population is in Montana, those would seem small. But for
Statistically,
us,
there are more guns in Montana than there are people, to put it that way.
No, the
Statistically,
phrase was
there are
always
twice
there's
as
more
many
cows
cows
than
as
there are people.
Oh, I've always whittled that down due to the meat industry growing more. I always like to
yeah,
use the
we
gun
have
one.
twice as many cows as we do people in Montana.
Well, here, let's see. What's the population of Montana?
1.5 mil.
You just remember that off the top of your head?
Bro, it's not that hard.
Oh.
Yeah, when I did
actually,
the
hey,
study,
not
we
even
were at
1.5, holy
1.18
shit.
mil.
It's 1.069.
Nice.
Nice.
However, though, Wyoming with a whopping 577,000.
What is the black population? What fucking question is that? What do you mean? Kind of question you trying to get at something here, Montana?
Montana's racist.
Either way, so
Well,
there's
let's not even get into that topic right now.
square
I could
feet.
talk day in, day out on that topic.
All right, so Montana is 4 billion square feet, and there are only 1 million people on Montana. You can do the math and figure out that we're pretty far and chunked out from each other, which means we didn't get the brunt of the virus. I think just recently we had a case in East Helena, which is the small town that I live in, not far from our main capital, Helena. We had a case in the high school there that was quickly contained.
But yeah, all the high schools are getting it now.
And so, at the time of the quarantine and everything, people were very scared, but there were also people who believed that this wasn't much of a virus and that it was just the common cold. It's not gonna kill you. And yes, the death rate for an average breathing person who knows how to breathe with their lungs is got a 3% lethality rate of COVID-19. But you also have to put in account that it causes pneumonia, which is one of the most fatal killers for elderly, very young people, and where my family comes in, those who are special needs. Now, that is where the lethality of COVID-19 comes from. And that is what I'm trying to get across here on why people are like, oh, why are you so scared of it? You'll be fine. I'm like, I know I'll be fine. I could eat COVID-19 3.5 times because I have the immune system of the Lord Jesus Savior, Holy Christ himself. Rusty just texted me. Phasmophobia, if you get this game, I will too. The hell is Phasmophobia? What?
Who knows?
I'll look it up afterwards. But, so...
COVID is an issue. And it should have been not
For one,
gone,
it should have been contained
but
easier.
it should definitely have been quelled long ago.
Considering the fact
Yeah.
people were calling it a hoax,
See, this is where my moderate comes in because COVID's an issue. It is for real. I support wearing masks. People should wear masks.
yes.
But there's extremes to it.
Yes, and there are some people who can't.
And it's horrible that people think that young people are immune to this.
No, small people, like children and stuff, can potentially die from this. And I don't, like, people like, oh, it's just pneumonia.
Teenagers can die from this. It is possible.
And it's like, so, okay, so like I said, the main catcher with, getting COVID-19 is that you're gonna mostly get pneumonia. Pneumonia has around... Okay, so first of all, if you don't know what pneumonia is basically just fluid in the lungs. Now,
Yeah, you
the
drown
mortality rate of pneumonia is about 30% of severe pneumonia, which is basically what you would get if you don't move around and constantly keep yourself moving. Plot twist, we're all stuck at home. Do you guys see now the issue with... oh, fuck, I'm dying. With the virus is that people don't really have the drive to get up and move around when you got pneumonia. You kind of just want to sit around and hack yourself away, and that can lead to some pretty, and not to be rude and not to be harsh, but currently Googling something. About 39.6% of all adults in America are obese. And not to be rude, but I don't think those people will be getting up anytime soon. So, can people of the internet please see the Lord Jesus Christ and Mary Southernmost of why this is an issue? This is where you two answer the question.
What?
With your own input.
Oh, my input over this entire pandemic is just absolute. People are fucking idiots.
Pretty much. COVID's people are dumb and they're only making it worse.
Oh yeah, and I did an assignment recently that was research on how the protest recently affected the COVID and if it was worth it to go out and protest. Plot twist, it wasn't really. COVID cases almost doubled after protesting started, and the results of the protest didn't really do much. Well, they did something, but they didn't do it in a good way. The example of this is being the main thing people wanted was police defunding, and in cities where that was a thing, well, crime rate has almost quadrupled. So you can see why that's an issue.
I really don't want to get into it because it could go on forever.
Oh yeah, that's a whole topic for another video. But I'm just saying, due to people's dumbness and just not thinking for the people around them, they have taken the problems and added more problems to it. They're throwing water on a grease fire and then adding more grease. It's not gonna fucking work. You're just gonna make the fire bigger, and now you have two fires. So the general thing here is that people are just. The whole thing I've learned from COVID is that just people are dumb.
Exactly.
People are dumb.
And there's nothing.
And at this point, it's all a political game for everybody.
There's nothing else about it. Everyone's talking about these whole stimulus checks and when they'll come, and everyone's talking about the unemployment checks, and everyone's talking about this and that.
Stimulus
gonna do
checks are leading to problems, actually, funny enough. Because people are getting more money by sitting at home.
Oh, yes. The unemployment checks paid more than actual payment from actual
people
employers.
Who are risking their lives. Nurses, police officers, and any workers of any kind. Gas station workers, whatever. Are getting nothing.
Yeah, these quote unquote
We
essential
are
workers.
endorsing people to sit at home and they get free money, which in the end won't be free money.
No, it's got to come from somewhere. Trump says he can just tax write it off, but it's like we're gonna suffer in any way, whether it be
our
increased...
country. Yeah, our country's gonna suffer from it.
And you know what really pisses me off? The fact that the stimulus money is coming straight out of the tax fund. So those of us that are working and getting paid and getting taxed are not going to get tax returns because of it.
As I said,
it's redundant, and it also, what's funny is that doing the whole unemployment checks, because that's what you guys are talking about, it's not the stimulus, it's the unemployment checks, is that employers pay so much littler, like so much less than they need to be, because what's funny is people aren't going back to work because there's unemployment checks. They are making more money sitting at home than they were at an actual job, and I think that just shows, you know, a very inherent issue with the current job status that we have right now in the world. Is that,
however, though, we have been increasing in employment rates once again, though.
yes, employment rates are going
our
up.
unemployment has dropped heavily.
Yes, unemployment's it's getting back to normal. It's slowly getting back. But like I said, I think this whole COVID thing, and I brought this up with when we were talking about the school learning. Sorry, I have phlegm in my throat from someone smoking. Is that there have been these issues for years, and they've never been addressed, and they've never been brought to light, but finally they've been brought to light now. Like police violence, paying or teaching.
What do you mean they've been problems before?
Well, they've been there, but they haven't really been as prevalent as before. Like, people have always been underpaid. People have always been not paid enough. Like, that's always been an issue, is that people aren't making enough money to sustain themselves.
Well, you just listed things that aren't that. That's why I was saying.
Oh, no, I didn't mean to say the police one. I meant to say schooling. I'm
really
tired.
I'm not offended. I'm just saying that those weren't really problems.
Police violence has, there have been issues of police brutality.
But it's not the biggest fucking problem until now.
Yeah, everything's a problem, of course, but it's not one that's been kind of slid under the carpet. People have been talking about police brutality for a long time, and they've been dealing with it in their own ways.
Fair. Yeah.
But like the schooling system, no one's talked about that. How people are paid, no one's talked about that. How the world is supposed to handle a global crisis, we've never touched on that. And it's like all of these problems are all of a sudden being brought to light, and we're suddenly seeing how well our government can do its job. Prime answer, it doesn't do it pretty fucking good at all. Half of the time they were calling the whole virus a hoax, and now we have the most deaths in all of the world. So, you know, I don't think it's a fake.
Pretty much.
Either way, I just think that this whole COVID-19, while yes, it sucks, and I send my regards to those who have sadly lost their families, and
I feel like COVID, in a sense, was a good thing based upon showing everybody how I wouldn't say corrupt, but fucked up our system is.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. It's just for those who have sadly lost their families and everything to the virus, I send my regards to you. I hope only good things come to your future. I hope only good things come to people who lost their jobs, who lost their businesses. Like, but it's also there's a silver lining here that shows how many things need to be addressed. And if they don't get addressed, people will get angry. And we clearly saw that with the protest. While yes, people were dealing, like cities were dealing with it in their own ways, but it wasn't being dealt with on a grander scale up in the office like it should have been a
Because
long
you
time
can't.
ago.
That's
Yeah,
a
because
state
it's
issue.
so hard. It's a state
No,
issue.
it's a state issue. So the Trump, let's say Trump wants to send the National Guard in. He can't do that unless the governor says yes, because you're sending federal agents to a state, and it's a state issue. So he can only send National Guard when they say yes. If they don't, then you can't do anything.
Well, there still needs to be the whole, like, I feel like we would definitely get a lot more done if the president like openly said, "Hey, all of you states, I don't care how it gets done, but it needs to get fucking done." Like,
He did.
that's just it. He did just recently, but before that wasn't happening the way it needed to be. And now we had, all of whatever the fuck
And what's
torn
even
down.
worse now is, real quickly, COVID may just get worse. Why? Because if someone loses the election, a certain side said they're going to continue burning down cities. They have literally said that.
Yeah, I
That they're going
don't
to continue burning cities and protesting because someone lost.
I don't believe I believe in protest, but I do not believe in the protest that is going. I have a very so not a lot
What
of
do you think
people
happened when Trump first became president? Everyone started burning the American flag and rioted.
uh, a lot of people have called me liberal, a lot of people have called me conservative. And the reality of it is that I walk the line between both of them because, well, yes, I believe every man should be armed against a government that might take away his or her rights. I do also believe that every man, woman, and child has a right, period. So I'm not, I don't,
That's okay.
I believe in both
You
sides,
did.
but I
You
don't,
didn't do the correct way of
there's
saying you were a
no,
moderate. I am. Let's
I
say
don't
this.
care.
I
There's
I
no,
say I'm a moderate because I support mask wearing. Mask wearing should happen, but I don't support the protests.
I
That's what. That's
support
what you say you're moderate.
I'm not moderate. I support whatever does best for the country. I don't care
Then
what side you are on.
technically, quote unquote, you would be a moderate, but
I don't care what your political view is. I only care on how you think the country should continue forward. And that's why I believe people should
both sides
stay
do.
armed. And
It's
that's
just
why
a
I
matter of
believe
how it's done.
people should be allowed to protest, but I don't believe they should be protesting like this. This isn't how you protest. This is wrong. This is shameful. If Martin Luther King was here, he'd be rolling in his grave. Yeah, he'd be ashamed because this isn't how we do it. And he spoke multiple times about violent protest. Peaceful protest speaks so much louder than violent protest. And people are like, "Oh, violent protests are the silenced words of the people." But I don't believe that, because when you add violence to the equation, you've completely deflated what you're trying to say, and now you're only anger. Anger will never prevail in an argument. Only the truth and what you truly believe in will be what is at its highest. No anger will ever be. I don't know. That's not a world I want to live in, where anger is how we run the country.
Exactly. Things said in anger, things that are not true.
And so I believe in protest, but I also believe people should have the right to have a weapon and the right to choose who they want to be. But
People should protest, but none of these things are
but I also
happening
don't
to protest.
believe you should own, fully automatic weaponry. I don't believe in fully automatic weapons. I like fully automatic weapons. I loved a gun that goes brrr, but I don't believe we should have them because, well, it's put it lightly, if the government wanted to put us in the ground, it
It would
doesn't
have
matter.
already.
Yeah, but there would be a big difference if we were armed and if we weren't armed. There'd be a huge difference. Because, and a big example is China, because China literally is just thumb on the people. There's nothing else about it. Protesters use fucking bows and arrows to fight the police and stuff.
No.
And well, there's no way to fight against the government because they have nothing. So I do believe there should be a right to arm yourself.
Have you seen Chaz? Have you seen Antifa?
Those I don't believe in.
People are armed to the teeth.
That's why I don't believe in military grade
These
weaponry in the
motherfuckers
hands
are
of people.
walking around with automatic guns.
No, automatic weaponry should not be allowed. There is no reason you need to mow down 15 people in 0.3 seconds. I've used an automatic weapon. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I would love to do it again, but I don't think we should all own one. I would rather keep my AK-47 semi-automatic. Period. Either way.
Wait,
we're getting off topic.
Hang on.
What?
Before we finish, that doesn't make sense what you just said.
The AK-47?
I don't think people should own automatic weapons, but I want to keep my AK.
My AK is semi-automatic, okay?
I'm just saying what you said just contradicted.
Okay, yeah, but the AK is semi-automatic. Trust me. I don't think there's any good way you can buy an automatic one right now anyways. They're all semis.
Yeah.
They used to be, and ours used to be modded to be, well, it wasn't modded. It was so the firing mechanism was etched at. And so when you mess with the firing mechanism, you get a whole slew of crazy shit that'll happen. And what happened with ours is that the trigger would jam down. So what would happen is instead of going bam, 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 you go, and that was it. You would fire all 30 rounds in the span of 5 seconds. And so before we fixed it, my dad was always like, yeah, so I only keep 7 bullets in here because that's all we're going to need. I start at the foot and I end at the head. I'm like, oh my God, father. But yeah, so after we fixed it, it's a reliable piece of Russian machinery. Yeah. And I don't mind people who like guns. I like guns. They're like, in hunting, I love hunting. I don't do it myself. I love the idea of someone going and getting their own food. That's great. That's sticking it to the capitalist pigs out in the world. Sadly, I will be buying my carne asada from the Home Depot store.
Wait a second, what?
If you're talking about
carne asada from the Home Depot.
Yeah, that's where all the Mexicans hang out, don't you know? Home Depot, out in the alleyways. I roll up with the truck and they're like, you need some workers? I'm like, no, I need carne asada. And they're like, oh, Pedro will hook you up. Pedro gives me a good old
Pedro will hook you up.
Pedro will give me a nice...
Last name?
It's Pedro. Pedro.
It's Pedro.
It's Pedro. I was born in America. Pedro.
Nice.
I don't know what you're talking about. My friend Pedro is from America. He was born in America. Either way, we have vastly gotten off task.
But I'll debate politics with you guys all night long, but not on stream.
Yeah, we're not on stream either.
Wait, what?
No, we weren't streaming.
Why? I thought the whole point of this was to stream.
No, we're recording this.
Oh.
Yeah, we can edit.
Yes, you know what I mean. On stream, on video, whatever.
All right, so the final.
I could have fucking said that. I thought we were just talking. Like, what the fuck?
No, if someone says something horrible and I don't think it should be included in the podcast, I could edit it out. But I highly doubt I'll do that. On to the final bit. Woo! All right. Oh, I'm still dying. All right. Still dying. All right. So for the final one, this one's not a controversy thing. It's just something interesting. Fucking trains. Fuck off. Y'all hear the sass coming from that fucking train?
Yes.
Either way, so the final one is sleep. Sleep is I've been taught through my years that sleep is a very important element, and I've also taught myself that sleep is irrelevant. That
Yeah,
rhymed.
sleep's a very important
Call
thing.
me Dr. Seuss. But
Sleep is how your body heals. It is how you keep all the knowledge that you learned for the day. It is how you grow.
maybe that's
And
why
so,
Michael
yeah.
Reeves is so small.
You doing this fucking weird ass no sleep thing is going to fuck you in the long
It's not
run.
no weird
Dude,
ass no
I've been
sleep thing.
going to
I just do
sleep at 10
schoolwork.
o'clock in college. It's not even funny.
I literally last night
Because I have nothing to do.
last night I literally recorded a podcast and then went and did homework till 6 a.m. Went to sleep until 7.
You can't do that.
I laid
used
down.
to do that, but you can't do that.
I laid down and then I went to bed, I think for like a whole hour. Woke up at 7:50 to take my sister to school. Proceeded to work more. I think I fell asleep for like 30 minutes today. Before my dad woke me up to make dinner. Oh, so exciting. Oh, I want some Kool-Aid. Get some Kool-Aid. Guys, should I get some Kool-Aid?
Damn it, Marcus, continue the topic.
Oh, yes. So basically,
Bruh.
to put it loosely, my experience with sleeping and not sleeping has been very chartable. I definitely have been able to tell when I receive no sleep and when I have sleep. When I receive the sleep, like a good man, like a good noodle, I am a lot more coherent in what I'm talking about, and I definitely am a lot more you know what? I'm just a lot more normal. I am able to, do all my work normally like a normal person. I can keep a proper train of thought. I usually have more energy. I'm more likely to actually do
When
something.
you start college, you're going to be sleeping a lot more than you think you will.
I'll probably sleep all the time if I have nothing to do.
Like,
Well,
I've been going to sleep at like 10 and 11. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
I'll also be like editing and stuff for my channel and now the new podcast channel. Why did I open up a
I was like,
podcast channel?
bitching here.
Because I have a voice and you can suck my cock. Either way.
Nice.
So I've
Come
definitely.
to my house right now.
Huh?
Come to my house right now. Let's
Oh yeah, Dad.
Wait a minute.
go.
So
You're just mad.
That's gay.
either.
Wait a minute. You and me slept in the same bed.
Yeah, hold on a
That's
minute.
gay.
Yeah, you're all gay. Not me, though.
We're all gay.
Yo,
I mean, I don't know
We're
about
all
you, but you still owe me $150, bitch.
what?
Excuse me, you're the one that did stuff to me.
What?
What do you mean? What?
All right,
Hold up.
guys, we're gonna have a quick intermission here. Editor.
You mean yourself?
Shh, he doesn't know that.
No, I
Future
think
me
we
doesn't
should
know
include
he's getting
this-
scammed.
I think we should include this just for shock value, man. Just saying.
Shock
You have
value.
to pay me because I slept with you.
No, you're the one that laid down to go to sleep, and then I just joined the bed.
But yeah, but we made a mutual agreement that you owe me money.
No, that's not
Yes.
the case.
Yes, it was.
That was a
You
joke.
even agreed.
It was a joke. I didn't realize I actually
You
owed you
can't make
money.
a joke about a mutual agreement.
Make a joke about agreements all the time. Why do you think I had sex at such a young
I mean,
age?
look at the Geneva Conventions.
I mean, at least I didn't punch you in the dick or anything.
Really? Okay, so yesterday when I was recording, we
Come
were
on, Craig,
doing.
you fucking slept on the floor anyways.
Exactly, because you're snoring.
I'm
You got
sorry.
some serious
Oh
sleep
my, yeah,
apnea,
I
my
know,
dude.
dude. Have you
I actually
heard it?
don't, because I sleep perfectly fine.
It's so fucking bad. He's sitting there in bed like, and you're just like, is he alive or is Satan in his body? Oh my god, do I need to
Maybe
perform
every
an
night
exorcism?
so
Satan
bad.
enters my body.
It's so weird. It's not like I don't hate
Like,
you for
need
it,
to
and
get
I'm
a
not
not defibrillator.
defibrillator.
fucking- yeah,
A CPAP
for the
machine is
shock
what you're
of
at
the
talking
No, but
about.
I literally don't have that problem because I sleep fine. I don't have trouble sleeping.
Well, sleep apnea isn't just
I'm just
like
sorry that you
having.
Yeah,
guys have
sleep
to deal with
apnea
me
isn't.
more than
It
anyways.
isn't just
No,
like
it
like it's
is
a bit of a
when
complete
you
lack.
can't. No, it's when you snore and you have a bad night's sleeping when that happens. I
Either
have
way.
a perfect night's sleep. I wake up and I'm happy and everything.
Well, you
It's
got a
just
bad
a
snoring
matter of that
pattern.
I'm fat
Yeah, to
and I
put it
get it from my
kindly,
dad.
that's what your issue is that you have a lot of
I have a lot of
excess
shit, and
weight on your
it's
lungs.
genetics because my dad had it.
I don't snore. I've actually
Why do you
been
have a single room?
my ex actually used to wake me up all the time because she used to think I was dead because I'd sleep so silently.
Bruh, what?
Now, I never told you about
Someone
this.
woke me the fuck up because of that. I'd kill them.
Okay, so I do this thing where my body, so like well, I don't know if this is normal, but my body will basically enter comatose and like my breathing will almost halt 95% of the time. So I'm breathing very little because I have such sinus problems that it doesn't even matter how much air I'm getting. I'm already gonna get a small amount of air that night. Um, so my breathing is incredibly quiet. I don't snore, and it barely looks like I'm breathing. So on multiple occasions, one of the best ones was that I was sleeping at. I went down to the cabin down where my it was actually not down, it was like up in the mountains with my ex. This was my first ex. um and so her mother went to wake us up, and she woke up her daughter. They went down to have breakfast, and like, it's okay, we'll let him sleep. um and they came back up, and I'm such a heavy sleeper that I didn't wake up, and they thought I had fucking died because I was just sitting there dead, just like just not moving and not like looking like I was breathing because I didn't breathe much. And so I've been woken up on multiple occasions due to how weird I sleep. I've also been told that I talk in my sleep. I don't know what I say, but I've only heard a few people tell me that.
Bruh, this dude just.
Yeah, I basically just
Marcus, there's various occasions where you have been awake while I was asleep. Do I snore?
yeah, you snore slightly.
You don't. Yeah,
You
like
you
I've been
have
awake a few
you
times.
have
You're not. You're
you
not
have
bad.
you have phlegm build up in your mouth, and then it goes like this.
Yeah.
And since you're sleeping, it's so hard to notice, but like because of how acute my hearing can be sometimes, I'm just like, oh, that's nice. I ain't sleeping. Actually, no, I don't mind snoring. You're snoring though. I'm sorry, Kenneth. You're just I can't.
Yeah, Ken, there was a time when we were in Salt Lake. It was the last night that we were there, and you were snoring so bad that I was up till 1 o'clock in the fucking morning because of it. And I
Nice.
woke you up, and I'm like, dude, you're snoring way too goddamn loud. So you propped yourself up with your own arm and proceeded to continue to sleep like that for the rest of the night.
Dude, I have seriously considered strangling you in your sleep just to make you shut the fuck up. I'm not gonna lie.
I put a pillow
You
up to
guys
your
signed up
face
for this.
more than once.
But
I don't know what to tell you.
okay, so
I also try and prop myself up on my side because normally that helps because the tongue normally causes that shit to happen too.
see, it's not like the volume of the snoring or how weird it sounds. I can deal with that. My brother sometimes makes some weird noises. It's the inconsistency. You're really inconsistent, and that's not something you can fall asleep to. Like I
Yeah,
can
you are never consistent when
I
you're
can
snoring. It's
I
so
can
bad.
fall asleep to the same for like I can fall asleep to that. But when it goes I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? This man's fucking summoning
Yeah,
Satan
that
in
is
his
an
bed.
accurate representation of how he snores.
It's so weird. I'm not harping on you. It's just weird. It's just
I
like
am
how
harping
weird
on you.
it's
I personally hate you
He's
because
a
of it.
bitch all the time though.
Gotta say,
So.
Johnson's just straight up ripping on you. I'm gonna like, not to be mean, like I have my own issues. I die when I sleep, so we all have our
I
own
think I have a
issues.
single room. It's been quite nice.
See, that's
I
why
would've- I would've felt bad for my roommate.
I'm gonna get like a roommate and everything, and they're gonna be like, "Yo, you dead?" Like, nah.
I don't know. My friend's roommate's an alcoholic.
Oh my.
We were watching the debates last night, and Rachel was like, "Do you have anything besides alcohol in your fridge?" He's like, "Air." I
Air.
fucking lost it. Like this dude, I shit you not, is always drunk. Like every time we talk, and every time I enter the room, he's just drunk.
I've got friends like that to this day, right now. Actually, I'm going camping with some of those friends.
And
Never
he's
been drunk.
graduating though this semester.
I've literally never been drunk, not once.
Mm,
Neither of us.
that's not a topic for me to talk about on the podcast.
Yeah, Marcus, we know what you do. You've told us stories.
Yes, the stories.
The stories
The stories.
I'm
where
just,
Marcus yelled at a corner.
I'm just thinking about. Shut the fuck up. I'm just thinking about weird sleeping incidents I've had.
What?
Dude, you don't understand. When I used to like, okay, so one of the main things I enjoy, because, okay, yeah, if y'all don't know this, like, I'm talking to the viewers now. I have insomnia, like, actually prescribed insomnia. We don't know why I have it. They think it's PTSD/anxiety related. Why? Well, I know why I have both of those. One's genetics and the other is Carlsbad, New Mexico. But so I don't sleep. I can't fall asleep normally. It's really hard, but one of the best ways I can fall asleep, and weird enough, is with someone else like holding me. I don't know why. If someone else holds me, I fall asleep normally. I fall asleep like that, actually. So one of my favorite things to do when I was dating my ex was literally to just nap. And so there were a few occasions where instead of, getting busy in the bed, I literally just nap.
Honestly, I could go on a full topic of how much I dislike sex.
Imagine getting cucked by nappy time.
Did you just say your dislike for sex?
Yeah, hold on a minute. What's wrong with sex?
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with sex?
All right, new topic,
I
sex.
don't know. It's just yeah, this is a new topic.
Welcome
I
to
guess.
the new topic. I don't know what image I'm gonna put in here, but ho boy.
I mean, it is. We are all of legal age, so, or in my state, I'm legal age of consent. But still,
Your
So, like-
state? We live in the same
Your state,
dumbass.
I know,
bruh.
I'm
Helena is
I'm
not
saying
different from
that.
Billings. I
I'm
wish it
saying
was.
that for the viewers. I'm saying that for the viewers or viewer, probably viewer, singular.
Hey, okay, so the first podcast already has 4 views, and I literally made that channel yesterday. So
Views. That's because you have a viewer base from your other channel.
shh. When you Google the Salad Bowl podcast, give me a second.
Mr. Astronaut, you're kind of in my way for my tabs.
So when you Google the Salad Bowl podcast, you get you get the Salad Bowl podcast that has a little leaf icon on it. And they have 1 subscriber with 2 videos. Now, if you go right below them, you see the Salad Bowl podcast on Old War Weapons episode 1. And where's the channel? Where's my channel at? Why can't I see my channel? Is it because I'm using my channel to look at this? Or
No, it would still show you.
Where did it go? Probably because it's in my subscription feed.
I don't see you.
Ladies
There's
and
the
gentlemen-
film theorist. What the fuck?
Yeah, I noticed that. So the video itself the channel itself has 3 subscribers, and the video itself has 7 views. So I'm already I'm doing better than the other Salad Bowl podcast. So you can go fuck yourself, Salad Bowl podcast. They talk about episode 2, Bodies of Water.
When are we
or
gonna do
Bodies in
Among Us
Water.
again?
I don't know, when I feel like it.
Fuck you.
Well, I was gonna do it tonight. If you want to do it tonight,
Maybe,
Yeah, we
yeah.
can do it tonight. Or we can do Modern Warfare.
I gotta say I still have to game tonight.
No, fuck Modern Warfare for tonight.
I'll say I don't like Modern Warfare right now. They ruined their game right now, and I'm pissed.
Sounds about right.
Gay. Oh wait, no.
anyways,
Yeah, hold
you
on.
never
Yeah,
answered the
yeah,
question of
Squash.
what's wrong
Answer the
with sex.
question.
Yeah, you guys were the ones that digressed from it.
Yeah,
Anyways, I get severe anxiety from those types of situations just as like it's more of something that this is going to be a lot of fucking TMI, but I kind of like have erectile dysfunction that is induced by anxiety.
That's induced by anxiety?
Deep breaths
Yeah, like
so that I
in
don't
sexual
laugh.
situations with other partners, I cannot get it up, but by myself, there's no problem.
So then, why don't you? I'm glad we're giving advice now.
I'm gonna fucking die.
Why don't mind? Hang on, don't mind Marcus here.
Oh boy.
I know.
Don't mind Marcus here.
Oh, I got
Well,
muted.
so why don't you then get hard yourself and then enter the room?
I just haven't had that many experiences where I thought that would be a good idea beforehand.
I mean, fair enough, bro. I haven't had sex in 2 years, so.
All right. No. I got some advice.
No, you don't have advice. You were laughing, you dipshit.
Okay, the dick's got penis in me.
Marcus.
Your dick shy. You slap those two together. You get fucking
Dick shy.
I am dick shy.
I'm gonna send you a video.
No, stop.
And you're gonna
Bro, I don't think I've ever heard that
Something
before.
has
That
to be
was like,
done.
what the
Please help
fuck?
my boy if you can.
But
Look, good woman. If your boy
penis
wants to
started
learn
Mark
how to
fucking
be a man,
lost it for
we'll
some
teach him.
reason.
hold on.
You got to become a true man.
Whatever.
Got to dance like a true man.
What?
Got to dance
So
like
maybe
a true
try
man.
that
We
and see
turn
how that
boys into
goes.
True man. We turn boys into true men.
Wow, really?
We are men, man.
All right.
We
Wow.
are men, manly men.
Wow.
We are men, manly men.
Oh,
We are
wow.
men, manly men.
Men.
My girlfriend thinks I tongue, but I can't.
All right, so that's gonna have to be cut out.
Yeah.
Either way, so being shy.
Shy.
Why'd you send this?
'Cause
Fucking hell.
It's a good video. I don't know why, but it's my favorite song ever.
But next time it happens, try that and see how it goes.
Get it hard in the other room. Think about Danny DeVito, and then
Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude, I'm already hard.
all right. On the topic of sex, since we've already fallen
Bro,
into
it's
this rabbit
upsetting.
hole,
I haven't had sex for 2 years, so I just haven't.
on the topic of it, it's time for a weird sex story.
It's time for a what?
A
Weird story?
sex story.
Oh, fuck.
All right, let's think here.
Sex story.
No.
It's an intro that's just this weird sex story time. It's just a weird ass intro. It's like, now for your daily weird sex story.
It's like the Batman intro, but backwards.
And now for your daily sex story.
With your host, Carcass, who's had a sex the total of once. I'm joking. I had it like 12 times.
12 times? Damn,
Yes.
man, your body
Well,
counts higher than mine.
No, that's not my body count. That's 12 times
that
with one
was
person. I think it
That's
actually
one
might
body
be
count.
it might be higher.
My body count.
To put it calmly,
buddy.
the quiet girls are the freaky ones. So let's
Tends
think.
to be that way, yeah.
Let's think here. Okay, I got
I
one.
mean, a lot of people really don't believe me when I tell them my body count, so.
That's why I don't want to hear it, because I'll just call you a liar.
Yeah, what is
Exactly.
body
No,
count?
I've already told you.
12,
Marcus,
isn't
we've
it?
already had this
Yeah,
discussion.
isn't it like 7?
Yes.
I knew it. Either way, story time.
I
So-
can believe that.
I'm sitting there rearranging the guts as a man would usually do, and all of a sudden, shut up,
I'm rearranging the guts, you know, like every man does.
Like every man.
like a
knows.
manly man, and so she gets a call from her friend regarding hanging out later today. So she picks up the phone, And she's like, "Oh yeah, talking," and then she puts a hand on me like, "Stop, cut the fuck out." I'm like, "Nah, I will not."
Nah.
And to put it loosely, I got slapped in the face that day. Um,
Good job.
so yeah, after answering the phone and telling me to stop, I continued to rearrange the guts, and I got slapped by a phone. And they're like, "What was that?" And it's like, "Oh, sorry, I dropped my phone on my cat. My cat's being really dumb right now." And they just kept looking at me. I was like, "Look at this weird."
I would have died laughing. Holy shit.
What's even
Boom
weirder?
killer.
What's even weirder is that like I was such a calm and quiet person that when people found out that I was like, how do I put this in terms that don't sound really weird?
Hypersexual.
I wouldn't say that.
Hypersexual?
In my girlfriend's words, I am very good at the things I do. So, and when I mean very
every
good,
girl says that to every man.
well,
Don't
like
feel special.
she would like constantly
Kevin, shut
bother
up,
me about
okay?
it, and it would be,
Bro, every girl says that to every man. Don't worry.
and it always bothered me how much she kept saying how much it bothered her that I was so good at it and she wasn't. And I was like, what are you fucking talking about?
Yeah, what the
I learned
fuck?
all of this on the hub, my guy. The internet has taught me this.
It's our class, obviously.
Yes, class. What does that mean?
It's our classes. That's how we learn.
Classes.
It's like a course that we take, you dipshit.
I mean, it has some pretty good lessons, you know?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the best lessons.
The greatest lessons.
Endurance training.
Oh, absolutely.
That's
One of my favorites.
hand
Markiplier
strength.
videos.
Hold on a
job.
minute.
Entertainment out
Hold on a
there.
minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I want to fucking
Yeah.
know.
They have
Hold
the
up.
B movie.
They got
Forgot
Jerry
about that. They
Springer.
actually have the entire B movie on the hub.
Yeah. Someone
Oh,
sent
wow.
the entire B movie script in our community. It was fucking
You
hilarious.
can find the Titanic on the hub.
Sounds about right.
Bro, I swear to God, I'm going on the hub just to watch like Titanic now.
At least jerk off on your own time.
Please don't do it.
No,
right
I'm doing
now.
it right now.
Oh, please don't.
I'll
I'll have to remove you. I'll have to remove you.
have to ban you for
Yeah,
jerking off.
you'll have to get banned.
You're a simp.
You know.
What do you mean we're simps? You're the simp here. You're just like, I'm gonna jerk you right here. That's exactly what a fucking simp would say.
Oh yeah, watching this girl with all a collared shirt and a hoodie on. That's what all. That's what all stands do.
Bruh, you know it'd be a really good fucking never have I ever
Never
is
ever jacked off.
come
to Pokemon.
tributes.
Wait, what?
There are people that come on their phones to the picture of someone.
Oh,
They are called come tributes.
I've seen those. I don't
And it-
like them.
You've done them.
Why? Because the phone was clean and then it's not clean.
Now it's not. Now it's dirty forever.
Forever.
Attach your kids on there.
My unborn child, Greymore, will forever
Greymore.
be in my heart on my phone, looking
Bruh,
at cat porn.
we were playing board game night, and
I thought you were gonna say
I
gay
apparently
night.
so they had four baskets that you put your name in, you win.
Yeah.
I was just a banker from Monopoly, but they thought I was playing, so they still gave me tickets anyways. And I just said, you know what? I gave it to Don. He's just like, put my name in whatever seems like I would love. This fucking dude apparently accidentally put my name in 2 different bins out of the 4, and I won both of them.
Bruh.
One was a game night thing that has Clue, Trouble, Uno, regular cards, and the other one was movie night. It had double stuffed Oreos and popcorn and shit.
Ooh, you know what we should do?
Out of the groups of people that were there, I myself won 2 by doing nothing.
You know what we should do next podcast? We should look at Mandela effects.
I've already looked at enough of those. Like, there's
Those are fun.
We should discuss the like complete concept of music and like what music's good and what makes it good.
That sounds boring.
Yeah, it does. Do that in theory class, nerd. Music's nice and all, but I really don't want to talk about what makes music good. You actually have to be a professional in that.
In quotes from the guy who wants to major in music, that sounds boring.
You're gonna have fun and
have to impress the jury.
4 music theory classes. 4.
I wanna Kermit my life off an edge. Oh yeah. On this segment of weird things we say about things, I'm gonna talk about the time I got caught.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an inch. You know, I have the Bold and Brash picture
Whoever
on my
drives
wall.
the van, you left your lights on.
Oh my god, where does that come from again? What is that?
From the band episode of SpongeBob.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Where Sandy chases him and fucking stuffs him.
Oh yeah, and he comes out as an instrument, and he's like, "Whoever's in the van, you left your lights on."
He's like, "Whoever drove the van here, you left your lights on."
And then he walks up and
like,
yeah, and he's like, "Wah, wah, 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 wah," and then he sits down like, "Wah, wah."
It was fucking hilarious.
Bro, SpongeBob was hands down my
SpongeBob is
childhood.
still my childhood.
Bro, I would straight up fuck with some SpongeBob on. Fun fact, Panic at the Disco is not that good of a sex song.
No.
My ex at the time was like, "Yeah, let's put some music on." I'm like, "Yeah, this is gonna work."
There's some EDM songs that are really good for sex.
I'm just not feeling having sex and playing music at the same time, man.
I actually am one of those people that don't listen to music while having sex.
I am not.
You've only had sex once. Get out of here. Penis
Me?
shy.
No, I've had sex 5 times.
We're just gonna keep bullying him.
Those are rookie numbers.
Rookie numbers.
I'm sorry
had
for only
sex.
just turning the age of consent. Screw you guys.
I had it 2 years before the age of consent. Joke's on
if I was
you.
to count every single time, I would say about 20. It's been fucking chaos.
Oh, my body count's the same as my
Has my
count.
murder
My body
count.
count is like 7, but I've had sex like fucking, I don't know, too many.
Alright.
Such a genius idea for a bunch of teenagers to talk about sex. I can't wait to
Yeah,
edit
it's-
this.
This is gonna be great.
happens.
It's gonna be great.
Bro, I've had a few times where we talked about sex, but they both these motherfuckers are in a relationship, and then there's me. It's just like, ho ho ho.
What?
There's no girls that are interesting. I'm like, well, there is, but I barely talk to them.
I found the perfect picture for when.
And they're in like one class.
What you gotta do is you gotta go up to a woman and just go, and they will walk off, and they will be instantly attracted to you.
I'm
wet on the spot.
I will record a video just for you and do that to us.
If you do
Sierra.
that-
she's in my history
If
class.
you do that,
She hasn't been there recently. but
If
if
you
she
do that,
is,
I'll put it on
I'll
the next
send you a video.
podcast. I like how I put more effort into my podcast than my actual channel. By the way,
Yeah, what
channel
the
will be
fuck?
the link in the description.
Oh, you're streaming tonight, bitch.
Yeah, I'm Twitch. I'm on Twitch because I am a slut.
Okay. Now here's
Can I
the
show my
question
tits
you
on
have to
on
decide.
Twitch?
Should I do that with the Target chick, or should I do that with the Christian chick?
Do it with the target. Like
Target
I said.
chick? Okay.
Well, okay. So in the words of a man I once knew who always wore his hat upside down, Man who wears his hat upside down has everything laid out on a table for you to see and judge upon. But a man who has everything kept hidden and kept clean clearly has something that he doesn't want you to know. So I believe if you land all of your cards on the table and allow them to be judged, you will then find your perfect match. I don't believe in hiding stuff before the relationship starts. That's fucking redundant.
Precisely.
That's why
Well,
I'm
okay, it
always at
depen- okay, it
110.
depends.
Oh
It
my
depends.
god,
'Cause
dude.
if you straight up laid all the cards and you're like, oh yeah, I have this kind of kink, it'd be kind of weird.
No,
just to
not like
lay it
that.
out.
I'm talking about just the weird things you do. Like me, like I would if someone definitely asked me what I do as a hobby, I would have to say YouTube because that's just such a thing that would have to be talked about. Speaking of this,
Not really that much of a problem.
So, in my Discord, link in the description, I removed the banned word dad, so people can call me daddy now. With this in mind, being... Fuck off, Trains! No one loves you! Dude, as soon as I get approved, as soon as I can get merch, I'm literally just getting a fuck off Train shirt. So
I
either
would
way...
buy that in a fucking instant.
The whole thing is that I'm gonna be called daddy by my viewers for so many years, and I'm gonna start dating someone, and they'll know about it, but I won't tell my date until like 3 months, and then be like, hey, so by the way, I have a channel, and the people on this Discord, around 500,000 people, have been calling you mama, without you knowing. Say hi.
Say hi.
Say hi, and then everybody on the Discord would just be like,
All right.
ah, mama.
Bro, it's gonna be chaotic when more people join.
Dude, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Why do you think you have me?
We need more bots.
We may need more mod bots.
Bots. The podcast is my free time. I have no sleep in my eyes. This has been the official podcast for the Salad Bowl.
Are we ending it?
Oh, yes we are, because we're bordering at an hour and 30 minutes.
That's okay.
Yeah, we should start the other thing.
Yes. You won't... Yeah, it doesn't matter if I plug it anyways, because you won't see this till tomorrow. The day of... You'll see... The stream will have happened before. Either way, follow my Twitch.
Well, make sure you check it out.
Link in the description. I play video games. If you want to see more of me and my titties, go follow my Twitch. If you want to see me,
follow my OnlyFans.
I've seriously considered
Yeah,
getting an OnlyFans.
it's actually a
and
really cheap OnlyFans. It's only $3 a month for me.
I'm thinking about getting an OnlyFans and then just posting pictures of food on it.
Yeah, I was about to say you could start an OnlyFans and it's just like exclusive content, like oh look,
No,
this is
I
my
can do an
setup, this is good.
OnlyFans with salad because we're the salad bowl. Oh my god, what am I gonna do for the thumbnail for the salad for this episode? What do we talk about? I guess I'll just do a salad bowl in a bed with like hearts around it or something. We'll see. I was pretty big brain putting the salad bowl in the trenches. I was like, oh, that's innovative. That's smart.
Sure.
Either way, guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you like these kind of stuff, like and subscribe. If you want to see more of me and more of the things I say and do in a more uncontrolled fashion that's not just talk about political stuff, follow my channel at Carcass Gaming. This has been Carcass, saying goodbye to whoever dared watch to the end of this video.
Bye bye.
Hold on, wait. It's gotta be like this. It's like this. Hold on. It's like, if you watch to the end of this video, comment raspberry in the comment section below, so that way I know if you finish the video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I wanna die.